Okay, so there's three things that we want to think about here. The first thing is we want all of our weight on the back leg. The back leg and the back leg should be bent. That's an excellent position right here. Why is this an excellent position? Two reasons. Knee is bent, weight is clearly on the back leg, and most importantly, the back foot is pointing in the direction that we want to throw. So I want everyone to look back right now. Don't be out wide like this. Okay, we're not pitching. If anything, you want a little bit closer together. Back leg is bent and your toe pointing in the direction that we want to be. Don't be like this. Everything back here. This takes a lot of strength. Now, why do we want our back toe pointing in the direction that we're throwing? Okay, just relax for a second. Why do we want our back toe pointing? Right? Here is the improper technique, which you see a lot. If my toe is pointing to the side, can my hip turn? No, right? I'm right here. I go to thrust my hip, and what happens? Okay? If my toe is pointing, right? Can my hip thrust? Yes. Can you see what I just did right there? My calf completely clenched. Okay? So let's get back in the position. All right, everybody take a breath and breathe. Relax. Relax your shoulders. Relax your neck. Go ahead, say it. Relax your shoulders. Relax your neck. Okay? Go ahead and relax. So this is the bottom line. Okay? All drilled here. Keeping my heel off the ground. Up. Up. Boom. Up. Boom.
And we'll get to that in the future, but the idea is dropping that to the position where it needs to be. Basically, absorbing all the power from using your core.
Okay, now, one thing, I want you to, everybody do this with me, okay? First thing, don't stay behind it, okay? First thing, bring the feet together. Okay, now, next thing, I want you to, I'm a lefty, okay? I want you to extend your throwing hand straight up. Palm facing forward, armpit facing forward. This is your strength position. When you lift weights, can you lift the most weight directly above your head or more weight like this? Over your head, right? What about if I try and do a shoulder press and press backwards? Can I lift as much weight? No, right? So, directly above my head, this is my strength position. Now, what I want you to do is drop the throwing side foot straight back, feet facing the same direction. Okay. Now, with your palm, go straight back, allowing the turn. Boom, look at that. That is a power position. Now, let your front toe come off the ground and your back heel hit. And a lot of you probably need to bring your feet closer together. You don't want to be out in the split position, especially today with the slippery floor. Okay, so I'm in my position. Front toe is up, back heel is down. Now, when you come down the runway and you do your penultimate, trying to land in this position. And when you get to this position, you go toe, hip, tip. What do I mean by tip? That's it to the jab. What's your name? Aaron? Okay. Aaron said technique. When I'm talking about the tip, what I'm talking about is the tip of the javelin, the grip of the javelin, and the tail have to pass through the same plane. If there's any variation on that plane, the javelin is not going to fly to its potential. Okay? When I say toe hip tip, what I mean is when you're going to see that beautiful javelin fight. Okay? That's what we're going for. So,
elbow starts passing those ribs. Look at where my core is twisting as well.
what did you see his back foot just do there? Oh, you saw that?
I wasn't even thinking about it. It just did.
You will know,
Just did.
if you watch a javelin thrower, okay, if you see their back heel turn over like that, okay, you know that they have the proper footwork. Okay? That turnover puts you in place. So now, let's get back partnered up. This. You're going to put it behind the opposite shoulder. And now see, can you line up the javelin directly with your leg and have the flexibility to be right here? Okay? This, you can literally practice being in the perfect throwing position. Right? Because this is going to penultimate, boom, up and over. Okay? All right. The knee doesn't buckle. The toe hits, don't let the knee buckle. Front knee.
When the toe hit the tip, it's got that below body.
Toe, hip. Go ahead and do it.
See?
His right hip is going to turn out right now. At the same time, left elbow is going to come into the side. Okay? We call that a stretch reflex. Go into the position. Good. Do it again. So the idea is I'm turning his wrist so he doesn't get here and get in a vulnerable position and get a Tommy John on himself. He's got the wrist up, so he throws with the what? The shoulder and not the elbow. Ready? Rotate.
Wow, look at that. Now, coach used to say something to me when I was hitting here. The discus, hip. The javelin requires more flexibility because instead of that horizontal throw, that horizontal punch, I have to have a combination of my hips turning, but I'm coming over the top. Does that everybody understand that?
It's like a coil that you're coiling down and back. So eventually you want to uncoil and spring forward. Okay? So you're kind of coiling back, all right? And you're springing back, and then the idea is to coil around and then spring forward. So that's what you're doing with that motion. Uncoil, spring forward. Yeah, and the thing is we're in a linear event. So anytime there's rotation, it's only going to be hearing that rotation in these positions. Once you're in motion, everything's linear. No rotating in the javelin. So when you're shown this and you see him twisting around and rotating, it's because you're learning it statically. But once you apply that run-up and that ultimate with speed, top speed, you got to remember, everything is linear. That's why it's important to know the difference between shot, disc, and javelin. They are diagonal. They can come across. If we come across, that's Tommy John. That's the elbow. We're gone. That javelin will let you know that you're gone too, because you're going to wonder why that hurt.